Hi everyone, my name is Abdurrahman Tailab and I'm one of the team members who designed this healthcare application along with Mansi and Dipel. In this presentation, I'm going to introduce you to the application itself, and I'm going to talk to you about the first steps that we took in order to complete our first prototype. This application is a healthcare application that is designed to help the healthcare workers keep track of their patients and to know what exactly needs to be completed and by which time, and to document the tasks that they have completed. In order to build such an application, we have to build an empathy map and a persona first. So based on the information, based on the research that you have completed, we were able to generate an empathy map for occupational therapists. And based on this empathy map, we were able to know what they think, do, feel, and say and hear. Now, this does not only apply to occupational therapists, as we have also done research for nurses. And based on those two empathy maps, we were able to generate personas, like build their personal information, their goals, and more importantly, their skills. Now, for prototyping, we have to solve two main problems, or at least analyze two main statements: what the problem is and what the goal is. And based on the research we've done, we identified that the problems are keeping up with the patient's needs, prioritizing the patient, understanding what needs to be done precisely, and spending hours documenting what is completed. Now, in order to fix these problems, we decided to add in some goals to our application, such as helping the patient, helping the healthcare worker or healthcare staff know which patient exactly needs what task, and to also help the healthcare staff to identify the priorities of the patient's needs much easier, and to do the tasks given as accurate as possible, and to not waste much time documenting the day's work. Now, based on all of these information that we have gathered and built, we were able to complete our first wireframe. And as you can see in the screen over here, this is the first screen that will show to the user, and they can select one of each three segments of the day, such as morning, afternoon, or the evening. And let's assume they select the morning tasks, and once they do, they'll be presented by the next screen, which is the morning tasks themselves. Now, as you can see over here, they have multiple tasks in the morning task, which also displays the name, the time for meeting, and the address. Now, let's assume they select one of the tasks. They will be presented by the details of this task, who and the time, and more information. Now, of course, this is just a prototype for the application. We have decided to move and advance much further based on the usability testing that we have completed, and this will be presented by my colleague, Mansi.
Hello. So now I will go over usability testing and I will explain how we conducted real-time testing. So what usability testing is? It is really important method for evaluating an application uh, and its functionality and making sure that people can navigate it efficiently. It is also one key to find out that our application is going to be user friendly or not. There are mainly three types of usability testing. The one we used was remote testing, and there are two main methods. First, we have to plan the testing and then make a map of the testing after the feedback that we got from the participants. This was our testing plan. First was time efficiency. We had to make sure that the application that we are going to make is going to save users time or not. The goal accuracy, which is also one of the main target of us, because if the application is not useful to achieve the goal at the end of the day, then it's not useful. Test methods, for example, screener surveys, participants. So we had three participants. We chose two doctors in an age group of between 15 to 60, and third was a medical student, final year, and the age of that participant was between 20 to 25. Scenario. So we explained how our first, second, and third page is going to work if it was a real-time application, and then we drew the feedback. So this was a testing map. The good comments we got was the app so far was well organized, time saving, and it was less stressful because we had covered all the details. The things that we needed to improve on was the priority task list, then patients describe details that if there is a meeting going on, it should give all the details about the patient, that how it's going, the name, address, and stuff. Then if while attending the meeting with the patient, if the time is going over the assigned time, the application should give a notification or any kind of a message that the time is, you need to cop up basically. So that was one of the main thing that we needed to improve. Thank you so much, Professor.
So now I'll be going through the final design concept, which goes this way. Our design is mainly focusing on the user's first glance. The design is efficient in delivering the most critical information for the user at a first glance of each screen. So like we have different types of color indicated over our design. So for example, the red ones here shows the alert, the green one shows the relief, the golden yellow color shows the achievement button, which is actually an important thing. Then the progress bar, as we see on the top of both the pages, changes the colors when they increases when the task is done. So first I'll go through the first page. When a doctor logs in, for example, Leila, in our case, logs in into the system application, that's how her profile will look. It will show her achievement, it will show her profile, and of course the sign out page. So it actually shows in the starting that how many meetings or how many appointments she has in the day, and then it bifurcates on morning, afternoon, and evening basis. So the morning goes from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The afternoon goes after 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. and the evening goes from 6 p.m. to whatever time she wants to work. And when she clicks on, for example, morning appointments, then here on the second page it shows the morning task that she has to do before 11 a.m. So the progress bar shows her on how much progress she has done. For example, if her first appointment is done, it will be checked out. Then it shows the uh, extra information for each of the appointment, like patient name, time of the meeting, and address wherever the patient is, and the prescription of that patient as well. And it also shows how many meetings she has with whom, and then what are the exercises schedule she has, and all the documents that she has to update and submit. So for example, if we go on submit the document, then it goes on the third page, and when the appointment is there and if there is any change in the documentation, then she'll open the documentation and review all the things, that what symptoms are there for the patient and what solution she has to go through it. So this is the whole thing we have made in this project. Thank you so much.